Hey, what's up, guys? You gotta bear with me a little bit, I'm tilted. Because I just recorded a whole video for this. Shut up, Renoa. I recorded a whole video for this. And so my power goes out right at the end of the video, right? And the file gets corrupted. Okay? So I get everything turned back on, but I forget to turn on my sound box for my mic. Record a whole nother video. Mic wasn't on. Everything's working right this way. Everything's good now. So hopefully we can do this. You know, third time's the charm. I've been talking for about 30 minutes straight now. I'm still sick. I'm losing my voice. But we ball. This is my second account. This is my free-to-play account. I'm going to try and cover everything again. And, like, I don't know, I might get lost in it or forget something now or wonder if I already talked about it. But I'm just gonna go topic by topic. So, growth mission. You find that here, you follow this. Simple. There's a mission in here where you're gonna do 3 simulations. You're just gonna go in, do 3 of those, and that's it. Don't do any more, don't waste your energy. And then there's one where you have to hit level 2 affinity, and this is the bottleneck. This is the reason I wanted to make a video like this in the first place, was to talk about affinity, because I'm kind of like going over stuff. I'm going into it like this is a new account. I'm starting with knowledge that I already have from making mistakes. Okay, so this video is for the purpose of me bestowing that knowledge of my mistake making on the rest of you. Okay, that's what this video is for. Affinity. Focus one character. The way you do this, and the only way to do this efficiently, this is the one way you do it. There's no maybe do this, maybe do this. This is the only way to efficiently increase affinity on one of your characters, okay? This is the only way to do it. If you do it any other way, you're gonna be bottlenecked like my main account right now, to where like I'm time gated behind doing content because I'm behind on affinity. I know how to do it now. I didn't know how to do it then. So now, excursions, okay? If you have more than 8 characters, there is a chance your character that you are focusing your affinity on will not appear here. So, take that with what you will, because I have almost every character in my main account, so not all the time does my character spawn here. All your characters will spawn here once all the research is done. This is something they did not think through when they were designing this game. I don't think affinity should even be in the growth mission at all. I think that should just be removed because this creates problems like this. So in reality, the less characters you have, the more of an advantage you're at for increasing your affinity as fast as possible. So this account only has, I think, 7 characters. That's why there was only, I think there was only 7 hearts available when I initially did it. I did one, wait. No, wait. No, there's only 1 character here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought. 7 characters total. Yeah, and I have 4 left. I did 3 hearts. Okay, so yeah. Your policy, you cannot determine what characters you slot into your policy here. It, like the first time you do it, it literally forces you to auto sort, okay? So it'll, or auto place them. And this is obviously gonna be past the point where you do your initial pulls on your account, so you really have no control on what unit goes in here. Luckily my Mika went in here, and Mika is a character that I'm gonna be consistently using. The stat gain you gain from your affinity is, very negligible, so it doesn't really matter. Honestly, you could do affinity on a character you're not even using based on whichever one ends up in here and gets the affinity the most out of here. You could go that route as well. I already hit Mika with 2 policies. I did that on my last video showing it, but I can't show it again. But my Mika is level 3 affinity. See, Beryl was in there. This is how much affinity she got for doing the very first policy I got. You get affinity from doing policies. Okay, see. I don't know how Ray got some. Oh, Ray got some because I did counseling with her. That's another way that you get affinity is through counseling. Your excursion tickets and your counseling tickets share a currency or share an entry or whatever you want to call it. Do not use your tickets on counseling. Use crystals. That even goes if you're free to play. If you're pay to win, use crystals every single time you do it. If you're free to play, do it on the one character that you're rushing to level 7 affinity. And that'll be like one of your dailies. You're going to go get Mind Broken on that character in a Chaos run, and you're going to take it, and you're going to put it in the Epiome Center, whatever you want to call it, and you're going to click their button here, and you're going to click Counseling, and it's going to be like, oh, you don't have any counseling tickets. Do you want to pay crystals? And you're going to go, yes. And then you're going to go through that, and you're going to gain a little bit of affinity. And that's the most optimal way to go through affinity in the game. Secondly, in regards to affinity, I'm going to talk about this, dude. This is the no-no shop. You want to buy these. The cakes, does it tell you how much they give? It doesn't. You want to buy these before you start buying these. And that's another mistake I made on my main account. I have 2 things maxed out on my main account. I think I have, yeah, I've bought 10 of these on my main account. That's 100 of these. That's 2 cakes I could have bought. And I bought out all of these in 4 days. So it shows you about how much currency you get. 50, 90, about 200 currency. Okay? Well, no, because that's, yeah, I bought 100 of those. Yeah, about 200, okay? That's 120 here, 70 here. Buy these out. Well, no, these kind of reimburse you some too, because this gives you, so it probably is good to get these first. I guess it really depends on where you are in the week, because you want to do the policies too, because doing these policies will give you more of this currency. So like, you spend the currency to get them, and then it'll give you like a refund afterwards. I think like these can give up to 20. These might be able to give up to 30. So they won't give like 1-to-1. I think these will just give you 10 back. But I don't know if the other shit you get from the policy is worth prioritizing getting these over just rushing the affinity through the growth mission. Like honestly, if I could do it over again, I would just rush these before even touching these and do these later. If I'm being completely honest, I would rush all 3 slices of cake in this. That's 190. You could do that in a couple days, and then get your affinity level 7 as fast as possible, and then go back and do everything else. That way you can continue through the growth mission and get to level 40 as soon as possible. Because like the reason you want to get to 40 as soon as possible is because a lot more content unlocks at 40. There's content gates in this game to where like you have to reach a certain level on your captain, your character, your protect, like, you know, your persona in the game before certain content unlocks. So to be able to play all the content in the game, you have to be able to level, and that stuff is gated behind affinity, which is bad. That's one of the biggest gripes I have about the game. And I only think it's bad is because I didn't catch it the right way, and I did it the wrong way in the first place. If I knew this information going in, it wouldn't be an issue for me, because I would have just did it correctly, you know? But yeah, this is going to be my free-to-play account. All that information leading up to now is for both ends of the spectrum. If you're not spending a dime on the game, or if you're spending a ton on the game, you're going to be gated on affinity regardless if you do it any other way than the way I just told you to do it. That's the fastest way to get your affinity to level 7. And then on top of that, it becomes even longer if you swipe a lot and have a lot of units, like I said. So honestly, it might be better to not swipe a lot at first, but like, I don't know. It's so dumb how they did that. Yeah. So this is my free-to-play account. Yep, 7 characters. So I will be able to, like, I am honestly thinking about not summoning at all and I'll just play with what I have until I'm level 7 affinity, and then I'll do my summons after that. That way I can guarantee my Mika is in the excursions every single day, and it'll probably just take a day or two, get my affinity level 7, and then start summoning again after that. That's what I'm going to do on my account as a free-to-play. So if you're consuming this content with the idea of being free-to-play in mind, you should probably do the same thing. Because the more characters that you have down here, the harder it's going to be to level your affinity if you get unlucky. Because that character could just stop going in there for a week straight, and there's nothing you can do about it. So just keep that in mind when you're doing it. As for just like in general tips for like what to spend your energy on while you're progressing to level 30, because like, or to level 40, well, level 30 and level 40, just beeline everything that's progressing the main characters you're playing. Because the next goal, like after affinity, is going to be leveling 6 characters to level 40 and 6 partners to level 40. Those will be later missions in the growth mission. The reason we care about the growth mission is because that's where a lot of experience comes from, and that's where a lot of resources for summoning comes from, and etc. A lot of goodies, right? So you want to progress through the growth thing at, you know, at a good pace. You don't want to be behind, because like me on my main account for 3 days because of affinity bullshit, right? So I pulled Magna on this account. I pulled 3 Magnas on this account. Which is just crazy. So I just decided, like, you know what? I'll just do a Magna Purist account, and this will be like, it'll be completely free to play. I just have a C2 unit, or an A2 unit, a double awakened unit, whatever we're gonna call it, that most free to players normally wouldn't have. But yeah, I'm just gonna I'm running Mika, Tressa, Magna for my team. Just gonna stack Agony while stacking up defenses and countering. It's a pretty solid team. Like, I had blasted through the chaos the one time I do it with a little bit of knowledge that with all the knowledge I have in chaos so far. And then when I go into making a second team, I'm probably gonna, like, I'll be doing summons with what I get for like actual summoning material. I'm gonna 100% probably be using Rowan in that team. With Ray, and then hopefully I pull another unit that I can use. But honestly, like, I wouldn't mind getting Nia or something, but I mean, if it really comes down to it, I can do like Ray, Amir. Yeah, do like Ray, Amir with Tressa, and then throw Owen in the team with Magna. And I think those would be 2 good solid teams for doing later content in the game, if I don't pull a single other unit in this account. Not really interested in using Beryl. She's alright, but I feel like for Beryl to be really good, you need Orlea. But yeah, that's my plan for this. Going through like potentials. Don't max this stuff out unless it's like Meilin. This is neutral cards that you obtain, and this is basic cards. You don't really need to max this stuff out. You just really want to get this node, okay? Because you're gonna want to max these out when you get up here, and then you can convert up. I think this is gonna be your priorities. It's like you want to max out your crit chance. This is 10% crit here. So like every character's gonna want this when you hit level 40. Or this is level 50 actually. You'd much rather have 10% crit than your basic cards that you're gonna throw away after like 5 stages and ignore and discard like almost every single time you're doing chaos. Like, you'd just rather convert that shit all the way up if you're just being efficient, right? And then what else? That's pretty much it. I mean, gear is another thing you can kind of spend your stamina on while leveling up. The biggest thing is just don't let your stamina overcap. Spend it on something. Spend it on something that benefits you. This is long-term growth here. So doing this on all of your characters that you're playing is good, but you don't want to max this out. Because you can farm it for later. You can still have the materials sitting, you know, they're ready for it to go. And then you could just farm like the awakenings for all the different things you're gonna need. And partner stuff as well, because the partners are kind of a bitch to level up. You're gonna have to do a lot of the things to get the level up material if you're not swiping. So that's where a lot of your energy is gonna go. Just be prepared for that. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully nothing goes wrong with this video and I can actually upload it. Holy crap, I'm still tilted. But yeah, that's my plan for this account. I'm not touching the research facility at all. I'm just gonna go through the story. I'm gonna play a lot of Magna, and like I'll do like an update video on this, but this is just really like a generalized video at this point for helping out free to play. And then if people are struggling, like this, like I'll probably do another breakpoint, like because like right now I just passed combat 10. I might like do another video at 20, right? So I might be recording another video in a couple hours. Who knows? But yeah, that's gonna be it. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'm pumping out a lot of videos for this, and like I'm trying to do like useful stuff, not just slop content and tier lists and stuff. I want to like talk through things, talk through runs. I'm gonna learn how to play every unit in this game because I think the unit's fun. I'm gonna understand how every unit works. I'm going through the synergies and looking at best epiphanies and like all that shit. I'm not just gonna look at characters' cards and make a tier list and be like, oh, this character is B tier, you know, like that's slop tube content. That's not what I like doing here. I like talking and giving insight, and like if something's good, I'll tell you if it's good, and if it's bad, I'll tell you it's bad. But I don't think any character in this game is bad. Like if I was to look at the agent list in here, there's characters that are difficult to play. I've played with over half of them now. Orlea, people say she's like the lowest tier, but I had Orlea stack up a single card that hit for 3,000 at level 30. She's not bad. It's just a weird way to play the unit. You gotta play them a certain way. She's not bad. Like, and I don't know. And people say Owen is like B tier. That this fucker is A tier, at least A plus. Could be S tier, to be honest. He's got like one of the best buffer cards in the game for like, he's good as shit. And he's a free unit that everybody has. That's why I'm gonna use him in this account too. But yeah, no slop content here. I'm gonna put out some good shit. So make sure you sub, make sure you comment for the algorithm, like the video. I'll be honest, guys, I never like any video, and I like almost never subscribe to somebody. But like, if you guys want more of this content, that's what's gonna push the algorithm out. I can't even monetize the channel again yet. My monetize got turned off. So I have to hit like 3,000 watched hours before I can even get the monetization back. I'm only at like 170. So like the more these videos get out, if I can monetize them again, it's gonna incentivize me to keep doing this. So if you guys want me to keep doing this for this game and covering new units that come out and doing et cetera, because like I got the internet now. I'm streaming it, you know, like 3 hours every day too. So come by the stream, say hi. You know, I need the team behind me to make this thing work. Otherwise, I'm just gonna play the game and enjoy it and say fuck content. You know what I mean? But yeah, help me out with the algorithm. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.